Hello and welcome to another MCO market update on Ethereum. I am here on the daily chart for Ethereum just to show you again what the forecast is. At least at the moment, it is a forecast that is definitely subject to change. So don't see this as set in stone. Especially the Ethereum chart has not really given us much confidence in this cycle. However, Ethereum is slightly up today while Bitcoin is slightly down, and Ethereum is following the projection for higher prices as per this roadmap that is shown in white on our charts, which you know if you followed previous updates, right? So the idea is that we are currently moving up in a combination of ABC structures, probably in a wave 5. Again, that's subject to change. There are other more complex patterns that could develop here. For example, it might turn into a triangle, things like that. So with a chart that is already starting with a corrective rally, just be careful, okay? However, should we get a 5-wave move up from that support area in April, so a 5-wave move up in maybe an impulse or a leading diagonal in what looks like wave A, we have we can have a little bit of confidence that the market will go higher after a corrective pullback. And that is exactly what we are tracking on the smaller time frame. Let's go to the shorter time frame for Ethereum because I want to show you what the next upside targets are. And the price is currently following the microstructure. I communicated the pathway higher. We have not yet broken above the Sunday high, but the market is on a good way. And it might be that we're attacking that level. So the idea is currently, and that's been the idea for more than a week, you know, from when we had this breakout, obviously here from the 22nd of April above our breakout line. The idea was that we are taking the direct path higher towards 1925 plus. We haven't arrived there yet. Market has been consolidating, but certainly there are no impulsive movements to the downside. So the movements to the downside are corrective in nature. So we have 3-wave pullbacks, which means that keeps the door open for higher. We're also holding Fibonacci support, which is currently defined between $1,680 and $1,760. Standard Fibonacci support. From here, higher prices in a 5th wave are expected. Okay, now whether the wave 4 already bottomed here, or maybe we make another test of support, maybe there's going to be another test of support, that's really literally just noise. Important is that the market holds pretty much above that breakout line from the 22nd of April that was broken then, and above the previous swing high from the 14th of April and the 9th of April. So the breakout line, which was a pivot like resistance before, that can now act as support. We could easily test that line again. We haven't done that yet, but it's not a must. And overall, pullbacks remained corrective. And my idea is that this here might have been a WXY structure, and we're now moving up in a 5th wave. Now, please note, this could still morph. Again, whenever we're dealing with these wave 4s, people get frustrated. It is what it is. I always say when we're dealing with a wave 4, yeah, just please be aware it's getting messy, and the levels are in these cases more important than the microstructures. The first ideal target for the 3rd wave, I'm talking about the larger degree 3rd wave here, is located at the 138% extension at $1,925, unchanged from previous updates. So would still ideally like to see the price get there. We are maybe halfway there here in this internal 5th wave. There should be some resistance around those previous highs, maybe around the 1850 area. Then 1872 is the next Fib level, the 123.6 Fibonacci extension. And then 1925 is the 138% extension. I'd like it to get there. So nothing has changed, therefore. We just have been consolidating for a few days. But let's see if today the market can push above the previous high. Another test of support cannot be ruled out. So the support area, which indicates the risk levels, it stays where it is. So situation not changed. But once this 3rd wave is completed, we're going to watch for another 4th wave and a 5th wave that is pretty much in line with what Bitcoin is doing as well. That's the update on Ethereum. I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.